Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an ELC EVEN 90. It's a Tier 8 French premium light tank. It's located on the south spawn of Malinovka, and this one is under the command of ProvoBob. Yes, he's chosen a light tank, would you believe it? Normally in Arty's or Tier 5 tanks, but no, this time round he's gone for the Tier 8 premium. Now it's got a low power 90mm gun, capable of 220 alpha, 175mm penetration with standard AP, and with the armor piercing composite rigid it'll do 215mm. Now he's decided that he's actually going to go to the spotting bush, and he's spotted a huge number of enemy tanks already, but he hasn't been spotted himself. Now he has. So now he has to dodge the shells because the enemy will be shooting at him, and you can see the shells coming in. One hit him in the tracks, but he's managing to avoid most of them. Oh, Arty's firing at him. Oh, that was very, very good indeed. He spotted a huge amount of the enemy, but he did take one round in the tracks. No loss of damage, so no hit points gone. Now, the ELC EVEN 90 was designed in the 1950s for the ELC program. It was Engin Léger de Combat. It's a light field, a light tank designed to be airlifted to enemy, not enemy territories, but to the colonies. So it actually had to be air transportable. The tank actually weighed just 8 tons. It's about the size of a Fiat 500 car. It's very, very tiny indeed, but it's very powerful. It's got a 3-man crew, driver, gunner, and the commander. And it's capable of doing quite a lot of damage and moving very quickly, 70 kilometers an hour maximum speed. And as you can see, even as he's going uphill here, he's still managing to get quite a lot of speed together. Now that 1375 is scouting, and he didn't see us, so we're actually moving forward to a position where we can actually spot some of these guys. Enable our teammates to get shots on them as well. Now, this vehicle never went into production, although they did build prototypes, and there were 10 pilot vehicles, would you believe it? Not one, but 10. And in fact, actually, some of them actually had a 30mm cannon. One had a 120mm recoilless rifle times 4, so 4 cannons, 4 rifles. Oh, he's got a kill. He's taken out the 1375. It's a 3-clip magazine, a 3-shot magazine, but it does take quite a long time to reload. Standard reload 29.37 seconds, and you can see that ProvoBob's got it down to 26.98. Now it's also got really good camo quality. It's not the best in the game, but very good indeed, which means that you can get very close to the enemy before they see you. And if you can hide in bushes, they almost have to get within a proximity to actually spot you, because, well, it's so good at hiding that the enemy finds it very difficult to spot it. As you can see here, he's now moving very close to the enemy. Oh, he was seen. He'll have to move now, quick. Needs to get in underneath that rim of that hill. There you go. There is only one enemy Arty, but that enemy Arty could do a lot of damage. Crusader SP, depending on which gun he's got. If he's got the top gun, it's not so formidable. If he's got the 4.5-inch howitzer, he could accurately hit ProvoBob from, well, from fairly close nearby, because of course it's a short-range weapon. Now he's going to move up into the bush. That's it. And then you can see the enemy, and the enemy can't see you. And look, he's getting some damage assist already. Spotting assist, I should say. You don't actually have to be offensive in this tank. You just need to spot the enemy to actually gain huge amounts of hit points. Because, of course, it's all about letting your teammates see where the enemy is, and letting your friend, the Arty, do the work for you. So we are getting spotting on these vehicles, although some of them are now being spotted by our teammates further up the hill. So he might want to move forward, although he has to watch out because there's a T-69 fairly close by. Or there was last time we heard. There he is. Okay, can take that guy out with one shot. And he does. Lovely shot. Now he can either dip down into the dip here, which will keep him safe for a certain amount. And then he can pop up onto the lip of this ramp. And then spot the enemy. He's actually spotting these guys. These guys are already spotting at the moment. They're already spotted by our guys up further up the hill. What he needs to spot are the guys much further down. And I think what he's going to try and do is get into this bush if he can. And then he might be able to see where the enemy is. Now, the one good thing about the Tier 8 light tanks is that you can actually fit the commander's vision system, which can actually almost see through the bushes at the enemy tanks and keep them lit. Even as these guys are pulling back, our guys are now starting to come down the hill, so he might want to get a move on because he can actually help by harassing these guys. He's got a shot on that Scorpion G and on the and the Crusader's just been spotted. Now he didn't fire at the Super Pershing, but he was looking in our direction. Now, where's that Crusader? We've lost sight of him, but we know generally where he is. We've only got 2 shots in the mag at the moment. He might want to do a quick reload. No, he's going to use the shell as it is, and he gets a kill. Ah, but he was spotted. Okay, so now he has to move, and probably a good idea to pop the reload. Okay, he's letting the ISU-152 take up his position. He's just going to wait for the reload to go through. Okay, now he can go into the forest and go down that way and quickly locate where the rest of the enemy is without them seeing him. Bob's having a very good game. He's already got 2,000 assists, and that means he's more than likely going to get something like an ace tanker. If not an ace tanker, a first class tanker at the very least. Okay, there's nobody on this side of the inlet because the Crusader was the only one that was close enough. So now you can go the other side of the inlet, and it looks like most of the enemy are over the other side near the water. He's found one of them, the STA one, or was that him or somebody else who found him? Okay, now he can harass these guys because they can't see him. Not at the moment. He needs to just get a little bit closer. As close as he dare. Oh, they're going down now. And he's picking up more stun assist, more spotting assist rather. 2,700 now. Oh, and you can see the top of the tank. And, oh, he didn't pen the star 1. Tried to get the Jagdpanther. Now he can hit him. And he does. But he's used up his 3 rounds, so now he has to go to reload. The Jagdpanther goes down, but he got the spotting on him. And he's getting the spotting, I think. Yes, he got more on the T20, and there's only one enemy left. It's the Leo. Even though he's not loaded yet, he's moving in. He might get one more shot. No, he won't. That's it. That's the end of the game. And it's a victory. Here's the end of battle results, and it wasn't an ace tanker for ProvoBob, but it was a very good game. You got a second-class tanker out of this game, as well as a Reaper badge for taking out consecutive enemies with consecutive shots, a Spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a Fire effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle, and he got a Scout medal. He was the first to detect at least 9 enemy vehicles, and I think when he made that quick dash across the field to try and get to the bushes, if he'd actually succeeded and stayed in those bushes, I think he would have picked up a huge amount of stun assist or spotting assist out of that game. But sadly, he was spotted just as he was getting across because the enemy scout was doing the same thing, but he went to the spotting bush instead, and ProvoBob was detected. But he's definitely managed to spot 9 enemy vehicles at the start of the game. 2,212 win 8. Of course, win 8 is not affected by spotting, but it is affected by actual damage. And you can see here on the chart that he did do actual damage on the enemy. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he only did 906 hit points of damage. The high scorer in this game was the Skoda T56, who actually picked up a high caliber for 4,470. Second highest damage was the T103, got 3,560 hit points in a Confederate. And the third highest damage was the T103 on the enemy team with 2,999. When it came to kills, well, the Skoda T56, the Fox, and ProvoBob all managed to get 3 kills apiece, so he's got the top of the column in that one. And 2 kills went to the AMX CDA and also to the Super Pershing on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, he's second from the top because the Skoda managed 1,485 based on the amount of damage he did. And 938 went to ProvoBob with 895 going to the T103. So not bad. Top on one column and second on another. He fired only 8 rounds in the game. Yes, this little tank normally is just spotting the enemy rather than actually shooting at them, but occasionally it can be a very, very good little assassin because it will just drive up behind somebody very quickly, fire, and then quickly disappear before they can do anything about it. 7 direct hits on the enemy, 6 penetrations, 906 hit points of damage, of which all of it was done at close range. He did receive 1 hit. It was a penetrating shot. Yeah, unfortunately, he did get a hit once. But he actually managed to get 10 enemy vehicles spotted, damaged 4 of the enemy, killed 3, and did 2,763 hit points of spotting assist. I've seen some of these little tanks actually do as much as 12,000 spotting, and I've heard that other people have managed to get 15,000 spotting in one of these little things because they are just so deadly. Now, on a free-to-play account, he actually earned 6,809 credits profit from this game. Yeah, he actually made a profit even with consumables. And he also managed 938 base XP, 62 for this being a premium vehicle, and took away 1,000 XP for this game. So that was a fun game for ProvoBob. Yes, you don't often see him in a light tank. It's mostly in something else, Arty or a Tier 5 Heavy, or something of that nature. But yes, interesting to see him in a light tank for once. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.